This weekend, Eddie Hall is venturing into the world of arm wrestling as he goes up against his old friend and rival, Brian Shaw, at King of the Table 13. So many people in the world of arm wrestling have Brian winning this match, largely due to the extra training and table time he's had. However, Eddie Hall has always been a fierce competitor, no more so than when people doubt what he's capable of doing. So let's take a look at just 10 examples of Eddie Hall's dominant performances in the world of strongman. First up on our list is this 213 kilo log lift from the 2018 World Log Lift Championships. Eddie had already retired from full competition at this point, but came to the Log Lift Championships with an aim to lift a new world record. Unfortunately for Eddie, he came into this championships with a foot injury, and while the record didn't fall that day, this was still a PB for Eddie, as well as a new British record, and he made it look so easy.
Absolutely bullied the log into submission there!
Another great example of Eddie's incredible shoulder strength comes in the form of this front hold from the 2015 Britain's Strongest Man. Granted, it's not the most exciting event to watch, but it's one Eddie was exceptionally good at, winning the event 4 out of the 6 times he did it in competition. In this clip from 2015, Eddie held the 30 kilo hammer for 62 seconds, a full 11 seconds longer than the chasing pack. At the 2017 Britain's Strongest Man, strongman fans were treated to one of the less common overhead events, the safe lift. This 150 kilo weight was awkward and wobbly, as demonstrated here by Mark Felix.
My goodness, from Felix. Felix is really struggling on the other side to get this up overhead.
But Eddie made light work of it, comfortably putting up 12 reps for an event win.
Requesting a close-up.
I'd planned to stick to competition lifts for this list, but we can't ignore Eddie's death by deadlift, which is easily one of the most impressive gym lifts I've ever seen. Starting at 60 kilos, Eddie deadlifted all the way up to 420 kilos in 40 kilo jumps, and then back down again. This truly is a mammoth feat of strength from one of the best deadlifters the world has ever seen. Unfortunately, the Viking press from the 2017 World's Strongest Man competition ended up the centre of controversy, but that doesn't take away from Eddie's incredible performance here. With the majority of the field putting up single figures, Eddie took another event win, lifting the 160 kilo press 15 times.
On after it again, he's tied him with his 14. And with that, Brent, Eddie Hall wins the Viking press here in the final.
Also from the 2017 World's Strongest Man final, we have Eddie's squat. In a competition full of incredible squatters, it needed a special performance to stretch away from the chasing pack, where 6 of the athletes had tied on either 12 or 13 reps. Eddie squatted the 320 kilo weight 15 times in 60 seconds, which is the most reps we've ever seen on this setup at World's Strongest Man.
Eddie Hall, just one of the greatest. That is actually the highest amount of reps on this bar in history. Look at that, he gave it his all.
At the 2016 Arnold Strongman Classic, a suitless Eddie deadlifted 465 kilos on the elephant bar, breaking the world record at the time and taking the event win ahead of monster deadlifters Brian Shaw, Jerry Pritchett and Thor Bjornsson. Into the top 3, and starting with this 216 kilo axle from the 2017 Europe's Strongest Man. With absolutely no leg drive, Eddie strict pressed this huge awkward weight overhead for an event win and a new axle world record.
He's shown he's got the strongest back in the world. How about the strongest shoulders? You bet he does. Oh my goodness me.
Even though it wasn't a world record, I personally consider this deadlift to be the most impressive feat of strength I've ever witnessed from Eddie. We were 11 events deep into the 2017 World's Strongest Man, feeling battered and tired, and on this thick and stiff bar, Eddie deadlifted 472.5 kilos. Unsurprisingly, this lift resulted in another event win on his way to becoming that year's eventual World's Strongest Man winner. And finally, it should be no surprise that number one on the list is Eddie's 500 kilo deadlift from the 2016 Deadlift World Championships. This was the fourth time he broke the world record, but this time he upped it by an incredible 35 kilos. So many people thought it wouldn't be possible, but Eddie proved once again that it was.
Oh, lift a half ton, 500 kilograms!
What do you think of our list? Let us know your favourite Eddie performances in the comments below, and if you like what we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.